everybody. Um, it's been a while since I've talked really on here, so I decided to go back to this because I'm also banned on TikTok right now again.
Because of being
Like
childish.
they're being discriminatory so bad. Like I have such an idea that it's about my it's about racial discrimination because whenever I start like having a video where I want it to be about my family too, like my ethnicity and stuff, I get it that some of those videos are like questionable, but there's plenty of other videos that are very much like mine that stay up, so it's not like totally that. Like I know it's because of the person to person. Because some people can do like no wrong in there, and other people it's like any little tiny thing they like hit you with. And yeah, so I was gonna talk about my video that I put on my Instagram because I wanted it to be out because it deserves to be heard. And, I wasn't able to put it on my TikTok before they banned it. So I was able to put it through and then link it there because you can put it to your phone and then it can get linked on your other social media platforms, just not that specific one. Like TikTok has such issues in me because I talk a lot about my heritage and I talk about it proudly, and they are racist. So yeah, they don't like my race. So whatever. Like I have some of them in me too. So they're sitting there dissing on me. They can diss on themselves. Then anyone who disses on me, almost pretty much, apart from like, I don't think I have Pacific Islander in me or Jewish. At one point, they acted like I had Jewish, but then I was like, oh wow, I have Jewish. And then later on, it was just only German, and I was like, okay, that's weird. But yeah, so I don't know. Maybe later on, it'll be back to being Jewish. It's like, okay, I get it that your ancestry doesn't change, that their up to date stuff changes, but sometimes I think they limit more people and places because it's like weird. But eventually, I'm gonna get a blood one too. But I do really like Ancestry DNA though because I've connected with people on there and been able to figure out some of my heritage and some of the family lineage down the road, down the line. It's really neat to see that like in real life. I'm gonna eventually like probably the 8th. I'm gonna do that because we're gonna have our laptop. I'm gonna print out all the like paperwork that I have, all the names and stuff like that, and some pictures, and show everybody on my stuff. Because I'm really happy, and it's kind of cool, to see it like firsthand. And you all can't see it, so you just have to take my word. But I mean, it's just really neat because it's on that site, and I'm on their little monthly thing too. I think that's why I can see things, because if you're not on their like monthly thing, then you can't see everything. They have like where you can do that, and then you can see all the different documentation and stuff like that. So it's kind of cool. So I do that too, and I think it's worth it because finding out so much about my family is like all the names and my grandparents, and like I didn't know my great grandparents or anything like that, and to find out that one of them's like has so many kids, so that kind of makes sense why probably the government got involved with my family in the first place. Honestly, it makes the most sense to me because yeah, they're gonna want to like watch people that like reproduce in like large numbers, and we did. 17 people. 17. I think that was for just the boys too, or was it all of them? Or maybe it was 13. I don't remember. I have to like look at it.
One said
Like
13 boys
and 4 girls, so it's like
The other one said
17 people.
something.
But I think that was the relative of the other one.
Yeah.
So I think it was just that one relative, but still.
It was your
17
it was
kids,
like
like
great-grandmother.
in any respect, is a lot of people. Like that's a lot. That's a big ass family. Like 17 kids. Imagine their Christmases.
Imagine family reunions.
Like that would be a cool family reunion.
Yeah, right.
I'd be like, oh hi, uncle and uncle and uncle and my aunt. couple
And more
aunts,
uncles.
and then more uncles. Like, geez, and some of them are twins, and there's even a triplet. At least according to what I can fathom and figure out and read from the like dictated notes, like some of it's kind of a little hard to understand. But I've come to the conclusion that the ones that say like multiple names, I think they are all twins, or the set of triplets. There's a set, Danny is a set of triplets. There's like one Dan and Danny and Danny. So I think they're triplets, and then they have there's another son that's got twins, and there's a sister that has twins. So the two females are twins, like straight up, because they actually said that specifically. But my thoughts are that it's not half sibling; it's real. Like I'd have to look into it in depth, but I at least know the females are twins. So one set of twins for sure, but come on, 17, that's why they'd have so much, not just because they kept doing it time after time after time. I think some of it they would have gotten twins and stuff like that. It would make them get higher numbers. That actually makes sense more, because people that have a large set of like things like that, yeah, they would have a bigger family. That'd just be common sense, that people, when they have, I mean, you get like 2-3 sets of twins, you already got like what, 8 kids. Well, actually no, yeah, 2 sets of twins would be 4 actually. Like if you had like 3 or 4 though, you'd have like a good amount already. So yeah, that would be a lot of people too.
3 or 4 twins.
3 or 4 sets of twins, yeah.
Go from 4 to 8.
It's
12.
like, and then you put in a triplet there. It's like, sheesh. You could get that. I mean, I could see how you could get into having a big family if you had a lot of stuff like that. So what happened is probably skipped a spot, and then it came to me in my generation, and me and my sister were twins. That's what I'm thinking, people, because it makes the most sense. And the odd thing is, it did the same thing with their sets of twins as it did with mine, where it didn't want to acknowledge the twins. But okay, for one thing, the reason I know they're not half siblings is because why would they be born on the same exact day and be a half sibling? That doesn't make any sense, unless if the parents had their kids exactly the same day. Which, I mean, okay, fine, but they're coming from the same mother. So, like, that doesn't add up, They're twins. Come on, people. And this is the type of stuff that is, like, I have the proof now, but I don't have, like, the straight up, like, tangible shit that everybody wants. But I'm knowing this now. Like, it's getting in my head that, yeah, my family is not a normal family. So for everybody to be like, oh, that's not even possible or fathomable, yeah, it is. It's very possible and very fathomable, and more than likely probable now that I realize that that's happened. And I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna put my mouth out there and say it and show it with my proof, because that's what you do when you're that straight up like sure about something, is you show the evidence. And that's what I've been trying to collect. But like all my life I didn't know about my family, so it's like, how are you gonna get freaking evidence and you don't even know anything? I've yet to see a picture of my birth when I was like little baby. The soonest one I have of myself is when I was a toddler at age 3 or 4, and that's the soonest. Like all the other pictures my aunt has, and she won't show me them. She won't even let me see one picture. Come on, people. Does it take a rocket scientist to know why somebody's not going to show you all the pictures? When her and my mom were straight up about pictures, like their pictures were their babies. Like they protected those pictures with their life. And yeah, if she's on my stuff, we know it. Like, we know you have the proof. So, even if you hide it for the rest of your life, you can't sit there and totally deny when it happens and it's obvious that I have a sister or something and she finds me. Hopefully she actually is decent, and, I don't know still to this day if she's actually cool with me or not. I don't know, so I'm not going to say anything, but right now, where we're sitting, I don't see the proof, but if she wants to meet me, she'll meet me. She has more abilities than I do. I don't have the ability to just, hire somebody to come figure something out if somebody's really real or not. I don't have that kind of money, so she obviously has better abilities than I do. So if she wants to see me, she can make it happen more than I could. And yeah, I have a feeling that woman was, because why would some woman that doesn't even know you, first off, say something like, "Oh, you seem really small." Like, she already had an idea of how big I was. Like, that's what she. Well, that's what she said when I was like first getting with her, and I was like a little bit taken back because, I mean, yeah, I'm small and all. I already said I'm small. I put my height and my stuff on my measurements and my stuff. I'm 5 feet. I'm short. I'm teeny. Like, the only thing that's big about my whole body is my boobs. And I don't want them anyways, but they're my biggest, like, thing. I'm really like, small. Maybe it doesn't show it on the videos and the pictures. I don't know. But yeah, in real life, if you saw me, you probably would be like, "Damn, that's her." Yeah, that's me. But don't think that you won't recognize me, because you would. Like, I'm straight up, like, I don't wear, like, a ton of makeup anyway, so only thing I got on now is my lipstick. That's it. I generally don't really wear makeup unless I'm going out to do my fun stuff. That's about it. Because I like the natural way. I've kind of always been that way. I don't ever just have to put my stuff on every 2 seconds. I'm not that kind. So you would recognize me in regular settings because I'm just the same way. But I mean, that's why I'm saying, though, she was really kind of came off as she was expecting to see me be a certain way. And that's why I wonder if my twin sister is taller than me, because that would actually make sense, though. And me and Isaac, okay, more than likely twin. I'm not gonna just keep saying supposed, because I'm pretty sure I have one. But anyways, like, me and Isaac thought through it, and the way we think of it is the reason she would be taller than me is because I was with my mom for almost 4 years, for like 4.5 years. So I had to be in harm's way more. I didn't get the proper nutrients for all those. I was malnourished, and she let me drink coffee and stuff like that. She called it mud. So yeah, I basically was like slow at development. I was in the failure to thrive. Like, I was one of those types of babies. And
You and your brother Johnny?
yeah, me and John were always in the lower end of our height and weight for our size, for our age. And like all my life growing up, like in the different developments, you'd have to get measured by your doctor. I was always in the lower half. I was never in the normal for my age and grade in school. So it's like, yeah, it sucked, people. Trust me. I got teased a lot. But I was always really teeny tiny. I was born premature anyway, so. With underdeveloped lungs because she smoked and drank when I was in her womb. Yeah. So that's why I have medical issues, and that's why if you think that I talk too softly or whatever, it's from that, because I don't get as much oxygen to my lungs as a normal person would. It's actually at the age of an older person, like elderly. And it's been that way since probably all my life. I've always had breathing issues. I have almost like asthma. At one point, one of my doctors gave me an inhaler because I was having really bad problems with my breathing, and I have bad sleep apnea at times. Like, I'll wake up really having a hard time breathing. So that's my medical issues, and I don't think she has nearly as bad as me, because if that is her, she's in the military and she got through to the military. I never did. So it was like, yeah. I got screwed in every which way, like, possible, and she got the good part of our life. So, but you know what? For someone who has had a really bad upbringing in life, I still try to look on good things, and I still try to rise above. And as much as I've been put through, I haven't given up totally. So, you know what? You can't 100% get this girl down like for the rest of her life. Like, I bounce back. That's how I am. And this Aries girl that's a leader, well, that's what my Aries sign says. She pushes forward through adversity and through trying moments. And me and Isaac have had so many of our shares. You all know if you're on my Facebook or anything. Like, we've had really bad moments, and yeah, it's been really trying for us, but we still go through. And that's what you do when you're one of those type of survivalists. That's what we are. But that's why I'm that way, and I think that's why that woman thought that I should be taller, because maybe she is. She might even be 5'3", 5'4". I don't know. I don't know what she thought I was supposed to have been, but she had that look like, why are you so small? Like, you're small. Smaller than she thought I was going to be or something. So she was anticipating a certain look already. So maybe she already had seen somebody that looks like me. That's what I'm thinking. But only time will tell. Anyways, I'll be showing you all my information, and it's so exciting. So be prepared for that on the 8th. Coming up. Well, toodles.